A similar group of Warriors that took the floor to get a win against Houston on Friday night. And as Steve Kerr told us pregame, it's not your old Warriors, and it's certainly not what they hope will be the future Warriors, Richard, down the stretch when all those guys return. It is the way Minnesota would love to start. Jaden McDaniels showing off his perimeter defensive skills. Here's Klay Thompson. Looney tried to tip it up and in, no good, and a reach-in foul on Klay. It is the way Minnesota would love to start. Jaden McDaniels showing off his perimeter defensive skills. Here's Klay Thompson. Looney tried to tip it up and in, no good, and a reach-in foul on Klay.
It's just you're constantly asking him for more because you believe that ability is there. So I'm really curious to see how he settles in because you always want him to be so aggressive scoring.
Thompson with 1 foot inside the line gets the 2, and Golden State is on the board. Reed will try for 3.
In addition to another position defensively is only going to make his career even longer and more successful.
Thompson a shake of the head after that miss. They have not played well at all against the bottom feeders in the NBA, and so they're looking to pick it up a notch here as they start a 4-game California road trip. One foul and 1.
They are well above average on the road, and then they are elite at home. So to see that gap is something that has been a little unsettling if you're a Warriors fan.
Thompson can't dial that one up.
But ultimately right now, he is outscoring the Warriors all by himself.
Spurs was at 44 points and a career-high 46 minutes in that crazy game with Sacramento the other night.
If we put our best, we put our best defender on an X factor, that might help us out. He's got to adjust to it. Speaking of X factor, Klay Thompson keeping the heater going.
This is huge for the T-Wolves psyche with Anthony Edwards scoreless in the first quarter. They are flirting with a double-digit lead on the road. Of course, he's a guy with 16 years experience in the league. The playoffs the last 3 years, so they're hoping that his pairing with Gobert, once Karl Anthony Towns comes back as well, will be a special one.
He is gone. You look at what he's done in Memphis earlier in his career, really being the point guard to start that grit and grind. You see Klay Thompson with the foul.
Alexander Walker, mid-range. DiVincenzo, 3 is short. Kuminga tips it to a teammate. Thompson dials it up. That's short.
That's what I feel like that second effort from the Warriors has been missing, and they've been so good for 7-8 years at it.
Thompson, short.
Down by 27 with no D'Angelo Russell. That was, things might be actually turning around for the Lakers.
Thompson. Thompson drops it off for Kuminga. The flush. Threw a couple defenders. That left Jonathan all alone. And now Rivers blocks Lamb taking care of it. Thompson, trail 3. Got it.
The Warriors for hosting Jonathan Kuminga.
Missed them both.
Watch the slip out.
Looking for Thompson. Off the bounce. Hangs and hits.
So he was being ultra aggressive, and it was working, so they were kind of looking for him. But, again, I like what Coach Finch did right there, drawing up the first play. And you see Klay Thompson knock down the pull-up.
Klay Thompson, who made his first shot of the second half, will try for his first 3 of the second half, and he delivers.
Chuck Cooper, Nathaniel Clifton, also known Sweetwater Clifton. I found out that name when I was a kid, but Earl Lloyd, the first African-American to play in the NBA. And so, Jackie Robinson gets a lot of credit.
So important. And for more Black History storytelling and coverage, stream the Black History Always collection on ESPN+. Klay Thompson now with 20 points. The spin for 22.
Right spot. Naz Reid has done an outstanding job tonight.
Thompson with the three. He was looking for a foul there. 3-on-2, Minnesota. Edwards. Pass picked off by Jerome, and the leak out for Klay. Rolls it over the front of the rim. Help comes from Reed. He's got to give it up. Thompson. ESPN's got Boston a couple of times coming up this week.
They are in a good position. They just have to maintain it.
Tied for 7th. Both 500 records coming in. Klay Thompson for 3 to inch closer. Defense in clutch time, late in games, trying to close things out. Thompson spins away from Rivers.
They feed off of their crowd. Their defense and their energy is at its best. And they just have to, as you see, okay, slow-mo. Anderson with the and one off the silly reach-in. Figure this out, who can get going. This is anyone's game right now.
Conley defending on Thompson. He stays with him through the screen. Wham for 3! Thompson. Good ball fake to get by McDaniels. Finds the open DiVincenzo for 3. Conley blocked. Lamb coming over to help. Conley. Reed in the trail for 3.
Look, I said it. We talked about Steph being out there. We saw Andre. Now we got Draymond Green out there in the fourth corner supporting his teammates. And he is getting an absolute show.
And meanwhile, for Anthony Edwards, still under 10 points in the ball game. Thompson, deep 3, and a trip to the line. Thompson thought about it, now will drive and try and drop it off, and they turn it over. The Clippers can take over sole possession of 4th tonight. On the inbound, knocked away by Conley, and they get the steal.
Yeah, those were the two guys involved in the jump ball. And Jordan Poole, you have to stay there.
Advantage DiVincenzo here on paper. Tips it to Klay Thompson, and they get possession, and then the quick foul by Edwards.